Women do not need any more empowerment. Men do. Why do we think that we see all of these men in comment sections of YouTube videos screaming to other people, "Don't get married. It'll ruin your life. Worst mistake of my life was getting married"? Where do we think that this is coming from? From a deep psychological hurt, a ripping of a spiritual bond. And I know because I get them all the time in my YouTube comments. But these are genuinely good men, great partners, suitable men who have been deeply psychologically hurt by ripping the bond and covenant of a marriage that they vowed their life and resources and commitments to. Do you know how many men have completely let themselves go and lost their sense of identity and self-worth after going through a divorce? Too many to count. And trust me, I know because I date older men and most of them have been through divorce once or twice or even 3 times. And this is so gut-wrenching to me because they never truly fully recover from that ripping that bond apart. A lot of them just stop taking care of themselves and they start dabbling in playing the field and jumping ship from woman to woman and participating in one-night stands or casual hookups. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't be held accountable for that, because honestly, if that's what they're indulging in, then those kinds of women who are also indulging in that, that's exactly who they deserve. But the point is that this is the detriment of the ripping of one flesh. I mean, there's a reason why these statistics exist, that married men overall are happier and healthier. They take better care of themselves. They have better emotional stability, better sexual health. Men are one-stop shoppers, and they want to get all their needs met from one source. And when they decide to make that vow to invest their resources financially, invest their hearts emotionally, invest themselves spiritually, invest their genes by creating a family in the covenant of marriage. Once that is ripped apart, they go on to all these comment sections or find a tribe of other men who have also been through the same things and roar about how much they can't stand women and how much women are all whores. Again, not making excuses for any of them. But where do we think that this comes from? They don't just wake up one day and start these podcasts. It roots from a deep emotional pain. And the thing about divorce is that the government can't give you a divorce. The Bible says that what God joins together, let no man separate. The government can write up papers to legally divorce you in the court of law. But they can't break and free you from those soul and spiritual ties and the binds that you've created with another human. Because the Bible says the two become one flesh. And yet a lot of people like to pretend that what the Bible says is just woo-hoo. But then you look at the fruit of what's happening and why the world is in such chaos and why God hates divorce so much. And the detriment and the traumas that binding with someone spiritually and ripping that bond apart is producing in their life and the outcome that they are receiving from ripping that. And then you start to realize that the truth is right there. That's why God always says that he hates. That's why God forbids us against sexual immorality. That's why he strictly forbids becoming one flesh with someone who is not your spouse. Because once adultery enters the chat, there's almost no recovering from that. And I don't know what it's like to be a man and go through that. Because yes, women are just as adulterous as men are, despite whatever the media tries to propagate to us. But I am a product of divorced parents. And I saw with what my father and mother went through. And I saw what it did to our family. And there's almost no recovering from that. There is healing and there is redemption. But that's why when I hear men talk about their lack of self-worth since becoming a victim of divorce, I truly empathize and feel so much compassion for them, because I saw again what my father went through. And that's why I have a great understanding for these men and why they don't want to go through that pain and tragedy again. And to be honest, they don't really have to anymore. Feminism has ruined the entire dating and relationship scene. It's ruined it. It's not even for women. It's completely against the betterment of women. But honestly, can you blame men for not wanting to take that route again? They can have casual relations, casual sexual encounters with women anytime they want to. They can hire a chef to come cook for them. They can hire a nanny to take care of their kids. They can hire a maid to come clean their home. They can swipe on Bumble or Tinder and find any woman to come over to their house and sleep with them. Why should they go through the hardship of investing into one? Culture has made it far too easy for them. And it is destroying the chances for those very rare ones out there that are actually craving and desiring something long-term, serious, and honorable. You know, I've had men who have told me, you know, what's the point? What do I have to, I don't even care if I die. What's the point of living anymore? Yeah, seriously. I could never make this up. And probably I'm just a whiny baby who just cries over everything. And I take full ownership of that. I embrace it even. I am. But the bullshit that culture is trying to sell to you, women need to be empowered. Female empowerment. No, men need to be empowered. Men need the tools to re-embrace their masculinity. Men need to be retaught the importance of the family unit. Too many male figures in my life that have been beaten down by the propaganda that is sold to them. And they deserve the empowerment. Everything that men do is for women. When they start getting themselves groomed, working hard and making money, they all do it for women. That's how potent their desire to provide and protect truly is. Stop pretending like sexual immorality is no big deal and it's okay to have casual relations. Stop glorifying a sin that is against your own body. If it was truly that insignificant and didn't mean anything, then why does it hurt so much when your partner betrays you and commits infidelity against you outside of your marriage? Why? Why does it hurt so bad? I thought it didn't mean anything. What a woman's energy alone can do and what a beautiful partnership can do in a man's life is inconceivable. Again, that's why married men statistically have better overall health, more financial stability, and more successful in their finances and careers, better emotional health, better sexual health. This is why. Because this is the fruit of what a beautiful partnership and marriage and a woman's feminine energy can create. It is just, it's unimaginable. I was listening to this recent viral video on the internet, and it was a woman venting about her frustrations, about how she's tired of being alone and how she's tired of the dating experience and not being able to find someone that genuinely matches her energy and wants a long-term, beautiful family and partnership. And I just felt so heavy for her. I listened to her frustrations, and, you know, she was saying how she just wanted to stop being told that she was doing things wrong and that she needed to get A, B, and C in order before she could find her partner. And it was I could tell that it was coming from just a very genuine emotional place, a place of feeling very frustrated. And I felt so deeply for her that I just listened to it, and I prayed for her. And this is the unfortunate truth of what many desirable, high value people are dealing with. There's hardly anything out there for them. But if you want to engage in a casual situationship, easy. No problem. You can have that today. I don't know that many things, but I do know that God said, "No good for man to be alone. I will make him a helpmate." And that we're not meant to do life alone. We're not meant to experience exciting and beautiful things alone. That's not what we're created for. We're meant to be surrounded by community and family and friendships and a spouse. Okay, I have to leave. That's enough preaching for the day.